Hey guys, I'm the Cat in the Hat and I know a lot about that. Today we're going to be taking a closer look into Darius and his skins. Let's jump right into it. Starting with classic Darius. This is a pretty old skin, but we can pull something out of it. Looking at the armor, it's pretty chipped and beat up. Looking into the background, we can see what appears to be a battle in Noxus, and Darius is in the middle fighting, like in a pack. Look around Darius, you'll see some red lines. Now follow the pattern. It makes a circle around him. So you're going to assume he just used Decimate, which is his Q. Even his face has a war cry to it. There's not much to pull out of this one. It's a pretty generic splash art, but it does showcase Darius fairly well. Dunkmaster Darius. Let's just hop right into this one. I think everyone remembers when this skin was released. So much going on in-game and in the splash art. True to his title, he uses the word dunk a lot. When you buy items using this skin, he usually speaks of it like he's starring in a commercial.
I'm gonna rename this Dunk Thirster.
In one of his quotes, he says, "I don't play the game, I am the game," which I find could be a reference to the WWE wrestler Triple H. I don't know, that may be a stretch, could be just a generic like badass line they went to kind of use. Also, he says, "From the fountain, off your face, nothing but dunk." He's referencing this commercial with Larry Bird and Michael Jordan.
Off the floor, off the scoreboard, off the bankboard, no rim.
Over the second rafter, off the floor, nothing but net. Through the window, off the wall, nothing but net.
What you want is what you get, and McDonald's today.
Off the expressway, over the river, off the billboard, through the window, off the wall, nothing but net.
Take a look at his shoes. Noxus Air. It's of course a poke at Nike's Air Jordan brand of shoes. In the splash itself, he's using an ultimate to dunk the ball into the hoop with fire on a broken up court, which we can presume he broke himself. Also, looking in the background, we can see spectators too. I zoomed in as much as I could here, but I couldn't make out anybody in the crowd, sadly. I'm sure there was some great cameos to put in there too. Lord Darius. This is Darius in a timeline where Swain becomes the Grand General of Noxus and Darius becomes his right-hand man, aka Tyrant Swain and Lord Darius. The armor seems a little more royal to the touch, with smooth golds and clean slate blacks. The circlet on his forehead also further shows his high rank, just behind Tyrant Swain. But with his eyes glowing, it could maybe be showing that he's been mind-controlled by Swain himself as he rose to power in Noxus. Either way, he seems to be executing someone. His reaction either looks like he's enjoying it, or is being forced to do something he doesn't want to, and is trying to resist. Bioforge Darius. This skin has a lot behind it. Originally it was supposed to be named Zon Knight Darius, so we know it's Zon themed for sure. The fact his abilities glow green and the aesthetics of the skin, we know it has to do with Urgot's revival and augmented singed, maybe even Warwick's chemicals. Maybe he was going to be created into some super weapon as most Zonites tend to be. No one is sure, but we can be sure he won't be the last augmented skin that we see. Woad King Darius. This is a pretty cool splash actually. In this splash, we see Darius fighting Loctharian frost serpents, the same ones Olaf fought in his quest for glorious death. The original name for this skin was supposed to be Norse King Darius, but went with Woad King to better fit a Freljord theme. This whole skin really reminds me of the 1995 Braveheart film. The face paint and the demeanor Darius has leads me to believe it's half inspired by it as well. Academy Darius. Honestly, one of my favorite skin lines. Not many took a liking to these, but they really capture me well. Anyways, let's look at Darius specifically and ignore the others. They'll be for another video. The skin line is referencing to South Korean high schools apart from Japanese high schools. I feel that the skin is trying to portray him as a younger, badass sort high school kid, giving him the stink eye, crushing the pencil, and the bandage over his eye. Even the bandana tied around his arm shows rebelliousness from the uniform the others are wearing. He seems to be the most out of uniform in this one. I really like it. Dreadnova Darius. What a kick-ass skin. All I see is Warhammer 40k written all over this. Mix of modern, future space machinery going on with his outfit is beautiful. His chainsaw axe and armor seems like a reference to the Chaos Space Marine Berserker. The armor looks like he's part of an army because it has an insignia on the left breastplate. In the background, there seems to be a giant half-torn flag waving as what appears to be Space Marines and tanks charging forward. We can assume he's the leader of this army, maybe. However you choose to look at this one, it still just screams Warhammer 40k to me. Love it.